Hi everybody, it's Carl and Ian from the Real Outdoor Experience. Thanks for tuning in. Today is a fun day out at our range. We have some products from Vortex, our favorite optics company, and some products from our favorite firearms company, Mossberg. So today we have the Viper Red Dot, the Venom Red Dot, the Spitfire AR, and the Razor Red Dot.
Pretty fun getting in anticipation of turkey season, getting all sighted in and making sure what our patterns are looking like and that everything's going to be ready to go. The season opens in Ontario here in a couple of weeks. It's always a fun day, but it is going to give us a good opportunity to really compare some of the different features that are available on the various red dots and why sights are actually important. It's going to validate why sights are important on a shotgun. We did a podcast a little while ago with some fellows from Vortex and, talking about just, having a bead on a shotgun or, iron sights. There's limited accuracy. Where you point, it's going to, throw a pattern, but sometimes it's going to be shooting high and right or low and left, or you're always making adjustments, whereas having a sight on it is really going to help out with the accuracy and making sure that we're getting the largest percentage of pellets to the area that we want to shoot. So
for sure, Ian, we have a patterning video out there. Check that out because it really does illustrate, just because you're pointing at a center circle or a dot on your target doesn't necessarily mean that your ammo, your shot from the shotgun is going to end up concentrated on that center dot. So red dots take all of that play out of that.
And what is sort of interesting as well is you'll notice that like the Spitfire AR, the Viper, the Venom, and the Razor were all initially sort of marketed to be either pistol optics or on an AR style sort of rifle. But we're adapting them to our hunting styles. And what I've seen so far, pretty impressed with it because you can keep both eyes open. It doesn't seem to matter where you are on your gun. If your red dot is on your target, it's going to hit it. But you know what? We're gonna go through that right now, up close and personal. So this is the Mossberg 930 Turkey Edition.
Yep.
And you've got a Spitfire AR. Now that's right out of the box mounted. That's just done right now, so it's never been fired with that sight on it. We're exactly 25 yards away from our target. And you know what, it couldn't be easier sighting in with a red dot.
No.
We're just gonna take our first shot. If we see that our pattern is down here, we'll be able to just move the red dot over. Again, should be good to go, and we'll take some additional shots at actual turkey targets. But let's get shooting.
All right, sounds good. Okay, range is hot.
We highly recommend that if you've made any adjustments and prior to any season with your turkey guns, check the patterns. It's important. Now, we tried a number of different rounds as some of these optics were just freshly mounted, and it didn't take too long to see that we had a great combination of chokes, barrels, and ammo. Now, I do have to mention that we used all factory chokes from Mossberg. They performed the way that they are supposed to. With the Federal TSS 3-inch No. 7 tungsten in 1 3/4 ounce, we were very impressed with the results. In fact, we ended up gaining about 8 yards of effective range. We checked our patterns at 25, 41, and 50 yards, and then back to 7 yards to ensure that we had both an effective pattern and verified how everything performed together. Folks, it is vital that you know your effective distances, and that means from the shortest to the longest. You never know when that knowledge will come in handy, and to ensure the most effective and ethical shot, we need to know. Let's briefly discuss some of the differences between these red dots. Although subtle in some cases, they are definitely worth the mention. The Venom and the Viper were originally designed to be used on handguns, but can be mounted on long guns as well. The Venom has a slightly larger sight picture than the Viper. On the Viper, you need to remove the optic to change the battery. On the Venom, you can change the battery from the top. The Razor, which here is mounted on a 20-gauge Mossberg 500 with a rifled slug barrel, has a side battery tray and comes in both 3 and 6 MOA, and has the largest sight picture out of the 3. It's best to check out the Vortex Canada website if you want to compare the finer details. The Spitfire AR is a different animal altogether. The Spitfire is a prism optic, which makes it ideal for those with an astigmatism, as it reduces the starburst effect. There is an etched DRT or dual ring tactical reticle that is visible with or without illumination from the AAA battery. The cousin to the Spitfire is the Strikefire, and although we didn't cover that in this video, it is well worth the mention as I have used it for several years on one of my turkey setups with great success. Folks, if you are currently using iron sights or a scope on your shotgun, consider trying a red dot. Red dots are very similar to scopes, as you can make the necessary corrections needed to ensure that the center of impact is where you put that dot. This increases the likelihood of a good shot, which in turn leads to a quick and ethical harvest of a turkey. It's important to take an inventory of exactly what you're looking for from your red dot, as there are several options. All are great optics. All can be mounted on shotguns, rifles, and some on handguns. If you still can't find the answers and have specific questions, reach out to Daryl Wilson at Vortex Optics Canada. He is the red dot expert and is always very happy to help.
Wow. We just did a pile of shooting out of our 4 different guns, 2 Mossberg 500s, 2 Mossberg 930s. We had the Spitfire AR, Venom, Viper, and a Razor.
Yes.
From Vortex. And you know what? The red dots were fantastic. Got them sighted in and then started doing some shooting on the turkey targets. And the favorite load for all guns was the Federal TSS number 7. And we've got killing targets at 50 yards. We've got 50-yard guns now. I've never had a comfort range out to 50 yards before. Any of the guns with that load was patterning great at 50 yards.
The big surprise piece is we've shot a number of different loads throughout this process. And normally the gun likes one or the other, or a couple, but every one of our guns that we shot with the combination of chokes, the Federal TSS, it was hands down killer. Some of the common pieces, obviously Vortex Optics and Mossberg firearms. Hunting's hard, and turkey hunting is not as easy as you'd think. So you want to stack the deck in your favor. So Vortex Optics, Mossberg, Federal ammunition, sweet combo in our case. It's awesome. Awesome day.
And what's funny is we're sitting in, we got a gobbler sounding off in the back here.
They're wondering what we're doing out here, but
the sound of the shots.
Yeah, they'll find out soon.
All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Carlin and Ian from the Real Outdoor Experience.
Don't forget,
keep it real, everybody.
Take care for now.